Hey guys, welcome to the next video from Rose in the East. Now, I just thought I should start this video by giving you a fair warning that this is a longer than usual video, and it's predominantly about just changing the flooring in Abigail's bedroom. But I had so many fun little snippets throughout the process with Andy that I didn't really want to cut the video down because I think you would have missed the build up to our little funny moments or whatever. And I watch back over the video and I find myself laughing all the way through it. So I've kept the video as a whole because it's as much about preserving the memories for our children as it is sharing our fun times with you guys. So with that fair warning, here's today's video. And oh my gosh, there's so much that we haven't actually caught on video, isn't there?
Loads.
It's just, sorry, life just gets cracking. And if you follow us on Instagram, you'll notice that Andy did a whole ton of foraging, and we made some jams, and we pickled some beetroots, and we've dried out some elderberries.
A lot of elderberries.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram because there's stuff on there that's not on YouTube. But I just thought I'd pop on because after, I don't know, how long have I been nagging you to do this?
6 months.
At least 6 months of nagging. Andy is changing the floor in Abigail's bedroom. Now, Abigail is mildly asthmatic.
Yeah.
I'd say she's mildly asthmatic.
Yeah. But she has some other nasal issues.
And she has some nasal issues that we haven't been able to pin down yet. Doctors don't really know what the issue is. But what it meant was that she could be breathing just fine downstairs, and as soon as she'd come upstairs at night to go to bed, she'd instantly gets blocked in the nose, and it's a really significant difference. To the point that she's like, and she's just gasping when she goes to bed, and she can't get comfortable at night because she can't breathe right.
Yeah.
So we thought the only thing that we've managed to make different upstairs and downstairs is the carpet.
Yes.
So the last thing that we've done in this room
is to remove the first thing we put in the house.
Is to remove the very first thing we put into this house when we bought it 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It was literally like the first week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because the carpet that was originally in here was disgusting and filthy and just vile.
We couldn't get anyone. Well, we did. We ended up getting somebody in a 1 week to carpet the whole upstairs.
Yeah, it was quite impressive. But it wasn't the most expensive carpet, although it was expensive to us at the time. And now we've just kind of come to the conclusion that for Abigail's health, we have to rip the carpet out. So we're going to do one bedroom at a time. When we redid Connie's bedroom, we took the carpet out of there and put down some laminate flooring. And now we're redoing Abigail's, not the whole bedroom, but the carpet, and eventually we'll work our way around to Joshua's, and when we do our bedroom, we'll rip it out of there as well, which will just leave carpet on the landing and the stairs, which we'll have to think about at a later date. So I just thought I'd do a little video of Andy cracking on with work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a little late to the party, aren't I? Because you've already taken all the furniture out.
Yeah, I just got to take the grip rods off.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh, I didn't even look at where I was stepping. Don't step on grip rods, people. Those things bloomin' hurt.
So get them up.
So this bit of new flooring, that was there before we bought it, wasn't it? We didn't do this.
Yes, this, I don't know, I think this has been put down because this used to be a bathroom.
Yeah, it used to be a bathroom.
If, for example, the bath and the toilet used to be here, there would have been a lot of plumbing work and big holes, So
oh yeah, so they would have replaced the floor when they pulled that out.
Replaced that, which is lovely.
Yeah, and the bathroom moved into that room there. That's where I'm going to find myself for the next hour, cleaning out that bathroom.
So my job is just to take out all the staples from the underlay, check all these older nails to see how proud they are, and have a look at whether these things are stable or not before I put any.
Yeah, it's a shame the floorboards aren't in better condition, but
Yeah. Well, they're not bad compared to some of the house.
yeah. But when we bought this house, we had to have all the wood treated for, what was it called? Woodworm.
Wood burrowing worm, yeah. Wasn't
Weevils.
specific. Weevils, yes, perhaps.
Yeah.
But you can see some of the damages here. You can see the holes.
You can see the holes that they put in the wood.
Here.
Little devils.
Yeah. So it's not too bad. They're still pretty solid.
There's some nails here that need hammering down.
Exactly. You got another one there.
Yeah.
Some of these I'll probably just put under the surface
just hammer them in like these ones. These ones here, they're under the surface, so we'll just hammer these ones back down.
Yeah, that's right. That's a couple of proud ones. Most of this stuff is down with screws, thankfully, so that's good. And then it's just a case of taking the staples out, taking the grip rods off, putting that underlay down, and then we'll be straight into ripping the skirting board off. Actually,
I was going to say, you've got to take the skirting board off.
Yeah, so grip rods.
So the skirting board.
And the skirting board off.
And it's not that the skirting board is particularly bad, it's just to get the floor down. There's not enough room under the skirting board, isn't there?
I don't want.
Oh look, he's even injured himself doing this. Look at that.
Yeah, it's nothing.
My man, that's nothing. It's a flesh wound.
It's a flesh wound. No.
That won't mean anything to a lot of people, but if you know what that comes from, comment in the video below.
Yeah. If you don't, watch it.
Yes.
I just want to be able to put the skirting board on top of the flooring that we're putting down. I hate having beading.
Yeah, so, you do.
Yeah, it's just horrible. It's a remnant of, horrible.
You guys can clearly tell that Andy has an issue with beading.
It's just a little bit lazy because people put a floor down because they can't put it under the skirting board. They put the beading round. It's a lovely way to freshen up a floor, but to do it properly, you've got to take the skirting board off.
Yeah, you do.
So that's what we're going to do in here.
All right.
So watch this space.
Yeah, we're going to have progress reports. Okay, this is cool. This just goes to show that whoever laid this floor down was pretty organised.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't happen very often in this house. But I love that someone has actually marked out where the wires go to the plug socket. You might think that was pretty self-explanatory, but believe me, these sort of things don't happen very often.
Yeah.
And then what they've done here is they've actually put squiggly lines on the board to say these are the pipes underneath. To say that, I'm guessing they go all the way
over
that way, along these boards here, and they go to
this radiator. So they'll come along here, and I think they'll cut along here, and then they'll go in here.
Yeah.
And then we've got extra marks here, wire below on these two pieces.
That even says a 2010, doesn't it?
Where?
Here. Oh no, below. I read that as 2010.
No, that we would have been.
Wires below. There you go. It's nice that someone's. Oh, look, it's not fixed.
Yeah,
but it is fixed now.
It is fixed now, but it clearly wasn't.
Yeah.
This may have been when someone was actually doing the work and telling the person, the lecky, not that they didn't have to take the screws out. Right.
Alright, so there you go. So I'm going to leave the man to it. I'm going to go and attack the bathroom now. It's too hot to be doing all this housework. It's like 32 degrees outside or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll catch up with Andy's progress later. See you in a bit. Hey babe.
Hey.
So I just thought I'd come see your progress.
Yeah.
Skirting boards are off.
Yep. Some of them are pretty stubborn and they've pulled some wool with them.
Of course they have.
So
what's your...
These two are internal walls. This plasterboard is pretty good. So it stayed, which is brilliant. There's a bit of a gap underneath. I might fill that with a bit of wood or something so that I've got a level surface to put the skirting board on. But this one I've had to cut away just above the skirting board to prevent the wall from pulling with it. So I've got to put something quite substantial underneath here, another piece of wood.
I don't get so what's missing?
Well,
What have you done?
if you look here, this is a lath from the lath and plaster. This bit here, and there were two more here and here.
Ah.
And then on top of that was the loose plaster that was coming away with the skirting board, or actually just falling away afterwards because it was so loose and crumbly. So what I've got to do is increase the height of this by the depth of this by the lath and then by the plaster.
So that you can put the skirting board on.
So that I can put the skirting board on flush with this.
Gotcha. I'm surprised that that's still lath and plaster. Did we not replace that bit of wall?
Not this one, no. We didn't do this one. We only started doing it in Joshua's room and Connie's room.
Oh. Why did we not replace it in
because
here?
we didn't have to pull
Oh, that's what it is.
The picture
So hold on, let me show the guys on the video what we're talking about. So, originally all the rooms had this funny
picture rail.
It's not even a real picture rail. It's a funny bit of beading because there's not enough depth to actually.
I don't know. Some of them have been filled, so it's a bit difficult to tell.
I think originally that's probably what they were going for.
Yeah.
And all the rooms originally had this, but Abigail's was the very first room that we renovated.
Yeah.
And at the time, the deco that we were going for, this whole unicorn in the clouds thing.
Yeah.
When we were looking at that, we were like, oh, do you know what? It might be quite cute to leave that there and put clouds up. So it kind of lowers the ceiling a little bit, but allows us to decorate it.
Yeah.
This would not have worked in any of the other bedrooms because they went for they wanted floor to ceiling decoration.
Yeah.
So that's why we left the lath and plaster in that wall, because we didn't rip out these things, because those things were beasts, weren't they? They were just pulled out the entire wall.
They've got large nails. They pull out the plaster up here and leave you with large sections removed.
Yeah.
Which prompted me in the other rooms to just strip and put new plaster on.
New plasterboards, yeah. But it was a mess though, wasn't it? Trying to pull out all the laths and the fallen bits of plaster in between that, and oh my gosh.
It's just sacks and sacks of old skim.
I can remember. Yeah. It's very hot in here, honey.
It's really hot in here, and if you go towards the bedroom, it's even hotter.
It's just so hot in this house.
Yeah, I think I'm actually getting hot airflow.
Hot airflow.
From Connie's room through and out this window.
Oh, Connie's window's open though.
Because it was creating dust, so.
Yeah. So this is good. So now you're just doing the underlay.
I was going to say, I'm going against.
I always laugh when I say underlay, don't I?
Yeah.
Underlay!
You had to do that.
I had to do it. So, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to put this down just to get the room semi-clean, and then I'm going to try and find some bits of wood to do what I was talking about on that one. There are patches here which I'm not sure what to do with. There is quite a lot to screw against, so I might just put little chocks of wood in these holes, because basically these holes are where the skirting board was nailed into, and that's what's pulled away the plaster. But this stuff is reasonably solid, so it could just be either screwed up against or glued onto for the new plaster.
I think you need to do both in this house. You need to glue it and screw the sucker down.
As long as nobody changes their mind, I don't mind.
That thing is not moving once it's glued and screwed on.
But come across some bad wiring again down there, look, just below the wallpaper line.
Some dodgy wiring. Oh my gosh.
So we've got an open junction box.
Why would somebody put an open junction box? I mean, this is just all throughout the house. I don't know who built this house, but they should be fired. It's all throughout the house. There's just every time we try and renovate something.
Yeah.
Like, no exaggeration. All throughout the house. Every time we take something down or try and put something up, we come across dodgy workmanship. It drives us bonkers. Isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
Even when we paid for professional building companies to come and do like the front porch in the house, we were constantly on their case because they were constantly trying to take shortcuts. And as soon as we turned our backs, they'd do the shortcut behind our backs. I can't tell you the amount of money we've wasted on getting professionals to do the job.
Yeah.
Just to have to undo everything and do it again ourselves because they didn't do it properly.
To be fair to some professionals, we have had decent people occasionally.
We had a really good plasterer.
Yeah.
Who's now ended up being our neighbour. He was probably the only one that actually did any good work.
Yeah.
His plastering skills are amazing because literally I was mesmerised watching him just like whoosh.
Well, it wasn't just that. It was, you know, that image of polished plaster you get.
Polished plaster.
That's what we got.
That's yeah.
And we were going to paint it.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because it looked so nice.
I know, it did look good. But we did not have a good plumber. The plumber screwed us out of hundreds of pounds and left us with a shower that's hanging off the wall.
Yeah, it's all not straight and all sorts.
And
he did all the plastic piping up instead of copper. I don't know if they do copper.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, he screwed us over and then suddenly disappeared when we tried to get him to come back in and fix the problems.
Literally wouldn't answer the phone.
Yeah.
Disappeared
and
off
then
Facebook.
The builders that did the front porch did a rubbish job. Constant shortcuts. They tried to use, is it caulk or cork?
Caulk.
That's a daft word. Caulk.
They used old caulk and it's cracking even now.
Yeah. Rather than undo the damage and do the job properly, they just covered it up. And they did that with everything. The front door, you can literally see outside from around the edges. The letterbox is busted and I don't even get me started. Anyway.
What got me on those guys was the fact that, just like you said, you would say, oh, don't do that though. And they go, well, you don't need to do it the way you want to do it. You just cover it up. Yeah, but then I know it's there.
Yeah. Like, no, we don't want you to do a dodgy cover-up job. We want you to do the job we're paying you to do. So do it properly or give us our money back.
And then they would do it and take it to an extent which meant that taking it back to where we want to go and do the right thing meant you couldn't. It was just too much work.
Do you remember when we asked them to put a plug socket in? No, they said they had to have a plug socket on both sides of the archway.
Yeah. There was already one on the left.
There was always one, yeah.
Which was down low.
Yeah.
So they thought, they'll put the other one down low. And it's like, no. When he's put the skirting board on,
yeah, it was there. They got in front. The plug socket got in the way of the skirting board. But even so, no, because they raised the one on the left because they said new building regulations meant that
that's true. Yeah.
that all plug sockets had to be 2 foot above floor level or something like that for disability regulations and stuff like that. So we're like, okay, fine. So they raised the one on the left the one on the right, put it down below, being blocked by skirting boards.
Because that was already there, wasn't it?
And then, so when the guy moved it up, instead of fixing the hole from the plug socket he'd just pulled out, he put a great big silver plate over the top of it.
Blanking plate, yeah.
Yeah, a blanking plate. And we were like, mate, what are you doing? Like, we have to put skirting board. You can't just put a plate covering a giant hole and expect that to be okay. So they came back really begrudgingly to fix the hole so that we could actually put skirting board in the hallway.
Well, I know why. Now knowing what I would need to do to fill it, because you need to put bonding and then you need to put.
But that's their job. That is their job.
I know, but it meant 3 different processes to get to that finished.
Then they should have done it right in the first place.
Precisely. But
Anyway, we digress. We're having a little moan. Thank you for bearing with us. We're now going to carry on fixing. How did this all start?
Because we found the electrics.
Dodgy wiring.
Yeah.
That's the dodgy wiring that triggered this whole rant. What are we going to do with this?
So I think what I'm going to try and do is bridge that with a bit of... I can't do anything about this. It's too close to the surface. So
and can you not...
The skirting board will cover this.
Can you not cut this out?
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to cut a hole in the wall?
No, because if I do that, there's a lot more work. So I'm shortcutting. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You're not allowed to shortcut!
If I needed to do that, it would mean taking this wallpaper off, and I don't want to do the whole wall.
So you're shortcutting.
I am shortcutting.
After the
bad,
rant
isn't
we've
it?
just done, am I going to
That's
have to
bad.
cut that out?
Yes. The rant or the shortcutting? But I'm gonna put a bit of wood here, hopefully, and then put a plate over there, so that I've got some metal in front of it. So if I ever need to cut, because I literally had to cut the skirting board here. You can see this little dink I've made.
So was that plug socket always that high?
I
Or did you make it that high?
think I made it. I'm not even sure.
So, because the other ones are low down,
Yeah.
and that one's high up.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering...
Maybe I did the dodgy wiring.
No, I very much doubt that you would have done that, knowing what the perfectionist that you are. But I reckon you probably didn't even know it was there, because you would have taken the plug from that height,
So
and you would have just extended the wires.
Because what I would have done is done junction box. Well, actually, a covered junction box in there,
Mm.
and then extended the wires up, like you said.
So now there's a double
Not even knowing that there was a
junction box
another
underneath.
junction box beneath it. What a mess! What a mess!
That is a mess.
If it ever comes to actually redoing this room properly, obviously I'll just strip that out and put a whole line up.
But it's good to know that we know it's there now, because then if we ever, like you say, if we ever have to redo it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the plug socket works fine,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah, but
We
the
never have any
idea
issues with it.
Would be to take that plug socket off, the front off, and pull out the wiring because it will just slide out.
Yeah.
Take this floorboard up before I put this down, and put the junction box underneath the floor with a new wire running up so that it's nice and fresh. Can't do that now.
Well, you could.
Depends. Yeah. This is.
You haven't laid the floor yet.
I want this done quick. I don't want It's the hottest day of the year. Stop it.
It's the hottest day of the
This is honestly not quite, but almost the hottest day of the year.
I'm dripping, and I've only been in here 5 minutes taking a video of you. It is.
I could wring this t-shirt out.
It is sweaty as. I can't even claim that I've made you this sweaty, darling.
Let's not talk about that on film. Right.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to ignore that, but make a mental note
there.
for future reference.
Yeah.
And then you've got to
Finish that bit there with this extra stuff.
Yeah. And then you've got to get to filling a bit of wood underneath there and levelling it out so that you can get the skirting board on.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I don't know if I put the floor on first or if I do the wood bits first.
I mean, you could just put the floor on first, then you've got less wood to put in.
Yeah. I would run the risk of damaging it though when I'm tinkering around the edge.
A problem for another day.
Yeah, dilemmas.
Alright, we'll catch up with you later, babes.
Ciao.
Hello.
Just videoing in silence.
No.
I need your help with this bit.
No, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
This is, what are we on? Day 2. Done really good.
Yeah, so there's not really much left to do, just filling the hole from the skirting board.
Yeah.
This one's stuck on easily without, so I just used the glue.
Oh, you're playing with fire, only using glue in this house.
Well, it was pretty stable and I didn't expect it, because I was going to screw it down. But I've got a hole there.
Yeah.
I need to fill, but it just stuck, so
Awesome.
I'm going with it.
Go with it.
And then this one, I am...
So hold on, you screwed that one down, but you haven't cut the corner out yet.
No, I'm shaping this one to fit over it. You
Why?
can see it in that corner there. Because even with my chop saw, it doesn't do a nice, perfect 45 degrees, and if your room isn't 45 degrees or 90 degree corner, it doesn't work, so this is the better way.
Okay.
And then you just run a little line of filler down it and it disappears.
Alright, okay. I totally would have done 45-degree cuts, but there you go.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't. Not quite sure how to do this one because there's a weird little return here.
That silly bit of wall that I still don't understand these door frames. Like,
yeah, I mean they put it so close.
Who puts the door frame in the corner?
And then you put this bar on, and if it swings in, you swing and hit that.
It's just
totally nuts.
Nothing makes sense in this house.
No.
Because it really wouldn't have hurt to move the door over an inch.
There's nothing wrong with it at all.
Even 2 inches.
No.
I don't know. Anyway,
like
the whole house is like this. It's
Yeah.
just really wonky. I have no idea who built this house, but they did not design it very well.
So, yeah.
Okay, so apart from that, what's happening in the corner down there?
Well, I'd like to stick this one on, but I can't because I have to ask. I'm going to ask you to lift this off and just hold it back. So this whole radiator will just sort of swing backwards slightly, and then I can drop the skirting board down underneath here. So I don't think, as bendy as this MDF is, that it will bend. No,
it won't go enough.
and I can't do it the other way.
No.
I don't want to join down there if I can help it.
Yeah, no,
Because-
it makes sense to just slide it down the back of the radiator.
Yeah.
Totally.
But that means that I can't put glue on it because it will just smear the wall as it goes down.
Well, once it's in place, can't you just squirt some glue down behind it?
Potentially, I mean, here there's not a lot of room. You see, I haven't got a lot of room to squirt anything down there, but I could bend it away here and squirt a bit down. The other dilemma
Or you put the glue on the wall. Why do you have to put the glue on the wood first?
True, very true. I could do that. Yeah, because I just don't think I'm going to be able to. I can't. What I'm doing is drilling through this.
Yeah.
And as you drill through, making a mark on here. So I'll have to put this down with your help, drill through to make a mark on here, take it out, drill the holes, put the rule plugs in, and then put it back down again.
We don't have to take it out completely. I can just hold it up to a certain level. So that way you don't have to take the radiator off the wall twice.
Yeah, you can hold it up, that's true. I can just prop it up on something.
Don't you just hate it when I come along and go, but
No,
you can do it
this
this way?
This is why we're such a good team.
Aw, say that again for the camera.
No.
Aw, say it again.
This is why I'm such a good team.
Poo.
With you, baby.
Oh dear. Alright.
Let me get rid of all this crud, otherwise it won't stick. You can see it's been done several times before.
Several times before.
Several times before.
Alright. Okay.
So
well.
the plan is, we'll stick it on.
Yeah. We'll stick the wall.
Yeah,
Glue
we'll
on the
stick
wall.
Glue on the wall.
Yeah.
We'll drop it down once I've cut it to length. Hopefully it fits. If it doesn't, I can always put a little tiny return bit here.
You always look like a little Buddha when you sit like that.
Why that fat? Nothing against Buddha being fat. Okay, fine. Right, I better cut this to length.
Alright, you cut it to length and then we'll see these guys probably at the end of the video.
Yep.
Alright. Look at him. He's working so hard. Every time he needs to cut another little bit off of Abigail's flooring, he has to come all the way downstairs, go back out here, cut it, carry it all the way upstairs. And if he's unlucky, he finds that he's short a couple of mil or whatever and has to start all over again. But he's one dedicated daddy. I love him. Alright. I think this is actually day 3, isn't it?
This is day 3 because
Day
we had a
3.
bit of a rest day yesterday.
Well, did we not do anything yesterday?
In here, no, all I've done since then, well, no, yesterday morning I put the skirting board on, and today I put 2 coats of paint on it. That's it.
Okay, so this is day 4 of the floor renovation.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember.
Making it sound bad. 4 days to put a floor down?
4 days in 33-degree heat, man.
Yeah.
4 days is a lot in 33-degree heat.
Yes, it is.
It's too hot for this. So,
Yeah.
let's have a look at the room now that we've put it back together. So there we go. I know it won't mean a huge amount to everybody because they won't have seen what it looked like before, but Abigail now has a wooden floor with new skirting, and we're good to get crack-a-lacking. So we have to have a little giggle to ourselves because she's only asked for the bed to go back to where it was originally.
The very first time we put the room together.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So the bed started off like this, then it swapped over and the head was that end, because there's a desk that's missing from here that screws into the wall, and she used to sit off the end of the bed onto a desk table. So then we swapped it around and put the desk at that end, and then we didn't like it on this side, so then at this particular move, the bed was head end over there, coming across this way, which meant this wardrobe was actually over there originally. And it was all, yeah, anyway. So there we go. She's got the room back how she wants it. And we
I'm thoroughly tired.
are done. Hey, honey.
I'm done.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're blah, 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 blah. So, on that note, we're going to end the video here. And we will see you guys on the next wacky project that we have in this house, and hopefully it will not be 30-degree heat. I don't function at anything over 28, quite frankly. Even
27, you're okay.
27, even 27. I'm a spring girl.
She declines in activity from about 25.
Yeah, it goes.
Yeah. To a dead standstill at 35.
At 35, I've been at a dead standstill at 32. Like,
Yeah.
There's been 32 the last 2 days before.
Yeah.
Today's like, what, 34? There's
I'm not
definitely no
surprised though. I
action.
mean, I've been doing stuff all day and I've got a banging headache right now.
Yeah, I was really dehydrated earlier, and all I'd done was lounge on the sofa watching a series on TV. I've done so much work in this room, can't you tell? On that note, goodbye. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and catch us on Instagram. There's loads of stuff going on over there, and we'll speak to you all soon.